Welcome back, y'all. Fox here with Sly Little Fox Racing, getting ready to go over some key tips for things I like to do when I'm running the ARCA series, just things that have made my life easier, really from a car handling perspective. So, obviously in ARCA, there's no cautions. So you gotta qualify good. We all know that. Not only qualifying good, but you gotta save tires because there's no chance to come in and get new ones. If you are on pit road, it's because you get wrecked. You can use your fast repair, get back out, but it's going to cost you a chance, almost certainly at a win. So with all those things said, you got to save tires in the ARCA early on. The car's got low horsepower, meaning corner entry is imperative to nail that right. You apex good, you get really good drive off. You have to maximize your drive off in this series to really have a chance at being quick and competing in the top five and ultimately for a win around any of these tracks at all. So with that being said, what are some of the things that I've picked up on from other drivers as I've been exposed to this sport the last few years? And really the biggest thing for me in the ARCA is just trail braking early on entry going into the turns. It helps save the right front. It helps the car settle down. A lot of guys in this series don't understand that concept quite all the way. They'll just drive it in, they'll lift, they'll roll it pretty good early on. Some guys drive it in way too deep and they burn their stuff up really fast. But if you're saving a little bit of tire, especially in the lower I rating series with most of these fellas, you're going to be competitive at the end from a car handling standpoint. You just have more overall speed than they do because you've saved better. So what does that look like? So we're talking tire saving strategy, we're talking trail braking, and those two things go together very well. For me, I break it down three ways for driving ovals, because I'm trying to save tires. My first thought always in my head is the angle of attack I'm taking into the corner, right? I'm up against the wall. How fast do I go from the wall to the middle of the track down to the line? Or do I apex? How do I get off, right? Most important thing. Second is how much speed do I carry into that corner? So can I lift? Can I let it roll? Can I keep the throttle half, three quarters, right? Like I just said, we're going to trail brake and then take the corner. And then so the third thing I'm always thinking about too, once I've got the angle of attack figured out, my overall speed, and the trail braking piece figured, is who is beside me. Can I get the drive off I want? Can I get the drive in I want? Are guys holding me down against the line? How am I dealing with that as well too? So overall, you might not get to run the line you want right away, but once you get clean air, you can maximize all those things. So trail braking is broken down in different ways. Some folks say it's between 0 and 10% brake input. Some say 0 to 15. I even had some say 0 to 20. In my mind, it's not really an exact number that I'm going for. I'm more or less just going off the feel of the car, and as it changes throughout the run to where it'll settle down, make the corner nice and smooth, and apex nicely. It really just settles the car down overall, and that's the key thing we're looking for here. So let's go ahead and turn a few laps, and I'll give you an idea of what that looks like to me. You can see my inputs up there above the screen. So trail braking, something like that, right? You see just a little bit of brake, very minimal, but ultimately game changer. So looking about the Coke sign, a little bit of trail brake just to get the car to low down like I want to. See how it handles a little smoother. And then being nice and steady on exiting how I apply throttle. I'm not just mashing it back down to the floor. Even though on these tires, the car can most likely handle it if I drove through it. Same thing here, a little bit of trail brake, getting slow down to the blue line, easing back to that throttle, picking it up slowly, and back to full on the back stretch. I'll show you again once more going into 3. There's that Coke sign, little bit of trail brake, down Down to the blue. Picking it up nicely there. A little bit too soon on the throttle there, but it worked out pretty well. A little wall brush. Do it again here. A little bit of trail brake. As those tires warm up, you see how it runs that line a lot smoother. Something to always keep in mind early in a run is your tire temps. Once they come up, she'll grip a whole lot better. Make this ride a lot smoother.
You mark flat for you.
Because I can completely get away with barely lifting right now, if at all, these fresh tires. 10 laps in, 15 laps in, that drivability goes away, and once you lose it, it's gone. You're not going to get it back. If you're trail braking, lifting early, getting back to that throttle smooth and gentle off of the exits, saving that tire, you are going to have a much better experience around almost all ovals, but especially the 1.5 miles where it pays to save. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you want more like these, let me know. I enjoy making this kind of stuff and sharing what I've been able to been blessed to learn from other drivers as well.
3,
Just let me know, and we will see you all next time.
Right here.